Namaste and welcome here on the mat and on my YouTube channel. My name is Sara Lyn and I'm super happy to invite you for a happy hamstring yoga sequence because of your feedback, because many of you were telling me that they have some issues around the back sides of their legs, feeling tight, maybe from running, maybe from not moving enough. So whatever the reason is, this will help you, hopefully. If it does, please leave your thumb up. That would really support me here on the mat. And also it would be quite helpful to grab two yoga blocks and a yoga strap right now. If you do not have any of these, that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna drop you in the subscription a discount code for your next yoga props and of course some other inspirations in my ebook. All right, but for now, let's just start with our today's practice, coming onto our backs. So we do not need any of these props for now. Just place them on the top of your mat and then roll yourself back, starting in a supine position, placing your feet in front of your hips. Make sure that they stay parallel to the long sides of your mat and your knees facing up straightly towards the ceiling, all right? From here, we're just gonna take a couple of breaths to really arrive here on the mat. So place your hands onto your lower belly if that feels all right for you, just below your navel. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders back and down, and anything else sitting on top of your shoulders for a moment. Becoming aware of the breath. So let's start with a big breath all the way down to belly. And then exhale out through the mouth. Feel how the body weight drops back into the mat underneath. Again, big inhale down to belly. And then exhale to relax even your jaw, your facial muscles, your head. One more time, big inhale through the nose and all the way deep down into belly. And exhale out. Anything that you feel like letting go of for today's practice. This is all about you and your hamstrings. Okay, so let's start with them actually. Place your hands next to your hips. Use the breath to follow our first movement, lifting the arms all the way overhead. And you can keep your eyes closed for a moment. Inhale to stretch your arms all the way overhead. And as you exhale, bring your arms back down. Push into your feet and begin to lift your hips up high into a first small bridge pose. Roll yourself back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lift your arms overhead once again, big inhale. Slightly bring your navel in and up towards the spine. So engage your core and use that support as you exhale to lift your hips up higher this time, bringing your arms down once again. Let's do that 2 more times. Rippling through the spine, inhale, lifting the arms, hips back down. Exhale, shift your arms down and lift your hips even higher, finding that positioning of your pelvis once again. Ripple yourself down into the mat, inhale. Arms up, navel in and up, and exhale, lift your hips up high and then come into your bridge pose. We're gonna stay here, actually activating our hamstrings now. So open up your eyes and shift your left foot to the front. Come onto your heel, toes up. Push your hips up higher if you can. And then exhale, step the foot back. Bring your hips in one line once again. Find the alignment of your pelvis, core under control. And then step your right leg to the front, toes up. Inhale here. And then exhale, step the foot back. Let's do that 2 more times each side, okay? So lift your hips, keep your core activated, pelvis under control. Step one heel to the front and back in. Lift your hips up higher. Again, right heel to the front, stretch that leg out. And all the way back in. Let's do that one more time. Lift your hips. Feel it in the back line of your body. Step that foot back in. Keep that pelvis under control. Right leg to the front. And that back in. Beautiful. All right, back into your bridge pose. Lift your heels away from the mat. Lift your arms all the way overhead once again. Let's take another big and beautiful breath in. And as you exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, find your way back down into the mat. Nice. Okay, that was just a little warm up. Grab your knees, point your toes, and then circle your hips for a moment. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Good. Massaging the lower back, grounding yourself back in, and then we're gonna find our way up in a moment. But for now, let's just stretch out through the left leg on top. Place the right foot down and then bring your upper toes more in. Maybe interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. If you can go a bit more up, then you can also grab your calf. Take another big inhale here. Exhale to gently bring that leg closer, even if it's not all the way straight yet, okay? Because this is what we're actually going to work for within the sequence. Let's go for one more big breath here. Inhale. And then exhale to shake it off. Let's change sides. So lift your right leg to the top. Place your left foot down. Flex the foot up there. Interlace your fingers behind your right leg. Inhale. And pull it closer as you exhale. Try to keep your hips in one line. Shoulders relaxed. Jaw stays relaxed. Nice. And then shake it off. Good. Bring both of your knees in. Chin towards the chest. We're going to roll ourselves up, coming into seated. And from here into a tabletop position. And now you may want to use one of your blocks first. But for now, let's just place the hands underneath your shoulders and stretch out through the left leg in the back. Keep your hips aligned, keep your core engaged, and then lift your left leg up. Okay, without changing anything about the position of your pelvis, just bend that back leg and kick that heel away from you once again. So another time we're going to activate our hamstrings, the back side of the legs you should feel right now, or the left leg in this case, and kick it back. Nice and straight, okay? Again, bend and kick. Do not hang in your lower back. Keep your core engaged, and you can continue this if you do not have a block. If you have a block, please grab it and place it in between your calf and the back side of your thigh. Squeeze that block, could be also something else if you have something to squeeze right now, and kick that leg even higher and back down. Okay, again, kick it high and back down. Two more, really squeeze that block. I really want you to feel the back side of your leg here. On fire. You know, yoga is not all about stretching, but that's the yummy part of it. We're going to come to it now, actually. So release the block if you have it. And kick that leg to the back. Nice. Bring your toes down. And then shift all the way back into that long leg. Enjoy that beautiful stretch now. Big inhale. And exhale. There you go. Step your right leg next to it and through a plank, shift it back into downward facing dog. Shake off your head. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Lean a bit more back towards your heels and feel the difference between the left and the right leg. Bend one leg at a time, maybe. Does that make a difference to you? I hope so. Okay, we're going to lift the left leg to the back. Three-legged dog. Let's bend the upper leg, open up that hip. So kick that heel once again towards your butt cheek. Lift the knee higher if you can. Inhale to open. Exhale to step that left leg in between the hands, coming into a first lunge, okay? Front knee on top of the ankle. Place your back knee down. You can flatten the foot if that feels better for your knee. If you have 2 yoga blocks available, it's very useful to place them underneath your hands right now. If you do not have them, just bring your fingertips into the mat, okay? From here, we're gonna lift our chest up high. Inhale, posture up. Exhale, now lean towards the back. Stretch out to the front leg for a beautiful half splits position. Shift your left hip further back so you feel your hips more or less parallel, and then lift your chest once again. Can you feel that? I hope so. Bend that front leg. Inhale to open up that hip first so that you can sit back deeper as you exhale. Stay here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, sink deeper into that hip. Open up your chest. Exhale, sit back into that beautiful stretch. One more time. Inhale to lift your chest. Good, and exhale back to the front. Very nice. Okay, let's step it back. So come onto your toes in the back and find your way into a downward facing dog. Another beautiful big breath in. And out, bring your knees down so that we can repeat that on the other side, okay? So lift your right leg to the back, hips in one line, kick that heel to the back and sense the length of your lower spine. Keep your core engaged. Bend the back leg and kick the heel back as you inhale. Nice and long, nice and active that leg, okay? Bring your toes a bit more to the center line of your mat. So do not open that hip for a moment. Just kicking straight to the back and back in. Okay, you can just continue doing this very consciously. Otherwise, if you have a yoga block, place it between your calf and your back thigh. And then push the heel up and gently back down. Kick it up and slightly back down. Wherever you are, keep going, keep breathing, neck nice and long. Don't leave your head hanging for now. One more time. Squeeze that block. Good, and then release. Stretch it out, come onto your back toes, and then lean towards that long leg. Enjoy the sensation, that beautiful stretch. Again, big inhale. Exhale. Stretch out through your fingers and then step it back into downward facing dog. Find that length along your spine. Another big inhale. And lean towards your heels as you exhale. Very nice. Bend one leg at a time. Walk the dog. And then lift that right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend the upper knee. Bring the heel in and open up your hip even more if you can. Another big inhale here. Exhale, swing that leg to the front into a lunge. Front knee on top of the front, ankle. Roll your shoulders back. Drop the back knee. And maybe grab your 2 blocks to support yourself. Lifting through the crown of your head in your lunge position. So this will really open the front line of your body first to prepare. Inhale, exhale, lean back and stretch out through the front leg now. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to bend. Inhale, posture up, sink deeper into that hip opening. And exhale, sit back, stretch out through the leg. Inhale, lengthen the sides of your body. And exhale, back into lunge. Lift the crown of your head. One more time, inhale. And exhale, sit back. One more time here. Inhale, bring the front toes up, hips aligned. And exhale back to lunge. There you go. Okay, from here, we're gonna come to the top of our mat. So you may use your blocks, otherwise come onto your fingertips. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up, and then step it into a forward fold. So your feet should be parallel, hip width apart. We're gonna slightly bend our knees, coming into a half forward fold. And the blocks have a very beautiful way to support the length in your spine and your alignment. Otherwise, you can always bring your hands on top of your thighs, okay? Please do not put any pressure on your knees. As you exhale, drop the upper body back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to drop. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, drop. Good. Then let's find our way up to the top. Sit back towards your heels. We're going to meet in a chair pose. So lift your arms all the way to the top. Shoulders back and down. Inhale into the sides of your body. Exhale, posture up. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Okay, we're going to activate the legs once again. Drop your shoulders for that. And then sit back into your chair pose. Lift the left heel up, but keep your hips aligned. Now, shift it slightly into the right standing leg. Lift the left knee up high and then kick that heel to the front. Hold it for a moment. And I want you to have that leg very, very strong, all right? Keep your pelvis under control. And as you slightly bend through the right leg, I want you to slowly, slowly shift that leg to the back. Coming into a warrior 3. Same position of your pelvis still. Keep that standing leg bended nice and strong. Feel the activation of your leg. This is what we want. And then slowly step it back onto your toes, coming into a high lunge. There you go. Your front knee still in that right angle shape, all right? Lift your arms all the way up. Feel that beautiful length, that opening. Inhale. Exhale, circle your arms down. You may want to use your blocks, otherwise come onto your fingertips and stretch it out through the front leg once again. You may want to step your back foot slightly to the left side. So what we're trying to do is to bring the back heel down. That will give you an extra stretch in the back side of your leg. If you cannot ground it down, try to face those toes slightly more towards the left side, okay? Play a bit with the angle. All right, let's do that 2 more times. So bend the front leg into lunge. Come onto your back tippies and then lean back. Inhale. 1 more time. Exhale, back to lunge. And inhale, stretch it out. Now, I want you to really ground the back heel down, okay? Still bending the front leg, just like in your lunge position. So knee on top of the ankle. We're going to come into a warrior 1 position. So lift your arms to the sides and posture up. Bring your palms together and lift through the fingertips. And your front knee is still bended in that right angle degree. Your back heel pushes down into the earth and you lengthen through the arms. Okay, you can just stay here, which is a beautiful stretch. If you have a strap available, what I really can recommend you is to put a small loop into it, bring it onto your back foot, and then you can actually from here give you that nice support to even make that stretch more effective, and at the same time opening up the chest, if you do not have it in your face at least, and feeling the length of your spine, okay? Wherever you are, let's take another beautiful big breath in. Warrior 1, and then exhale to slowly release. Stretch that front leg out. Good work. And then step it to the top of your mat. Release the strap if you have it. And then we're gonna, of course, repeat everything on the other side. Sorry, my pants. So keep the feet hip width distance apart, okay? Let's start in our chair position. Sit back Hands in front of the chest to center yourself. Lift your right heel, hips in one line. Now, gently push into your palms. Lift the upper body. Kick that right heel to the front. Nice and strong. Feel that leg activated, okay? Fire up those legs. All right, from here, bend the standing leg slightly. Shift the upper body to the front. We have some nice flows here on the channel so that you can work on your balance for this one. For now, I really want you to keep that pelvis under control, okay? Bend the standing leg, push towards that back heel. And whenever you're ready, let's take another big inhale. Step it back onto your toes. Exhale, high lunge. Very nice. Find that right angle degree shape in your front leg. Lift your arms to the top. Inhale to open. Exhale to circle your arms down, maybe grabbing your blocks underneath your hands. Okay, let's stretch it out through the front leg. Bring the toes up, stepping that back foot slightly more to the right. So see if you can bring the heel down. If not for now, let's do that 2 more times. To the front and to the back. To the front. And one more time to the back. We're going to meet here. Setting it up for our warrior one position. So find that more or less 45-degree angle in your back leg. Really push into the outer edge of that back foot. Lift the inner arch of that foot. And then bend the front knee. We're going to come into warrior one. So lift your arms to the sides. Posture up. Bring your palms together. And lift through the fingers. Big inhale. Exhale, feel the grounding of your legs. If you have that strap, make use of it. Place the loop onto that right foot so that you can really shift your back heel into that loop, all right? Maybe lifting the arms, opening the chest even more. One more big breath in. And then exhale, slowly release. Very nice. You should really try this once you have a yoga strap available. Step it to the front. Good work. Let's meet down on our mat, but for now, we're gonna find our way into a forward fold. So feet parallel once again, lift your arms to the sides, big inhale. Exhale, chest to the front, lean down into forward fold. Maybe grab your calves from the back and really hug your legs more in. You should feel a difference right now, right? One more big breath in. And out. There you go. All right, from here we're going to open up our feet, mat width apart. Open your toes to the side so that you can sit back as you wanted to come back into a very small chair in this case for our yogi squat. So what you could do with 2 blocks actually is sit on them. But for now we just pretend we do not have any, okay? So let's use the power of our legs that we just created to posture a bit more up. Bring the palms of the hands together and then lift through the highest point of your body. 2 more big breaths here. Big inhale. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Okay, hips are open. So let's sit back actually. Coming into our next forward fold. Beautiful stretch for the hamstrings. Paschimottanasana. So if you cannot stretch out the legs fully, then keep them slightly bent. You may want to place something underneath so that you can sit up a bit higher. Lift through the spine, okay? Otherwise, find your positioning from here. Lift your chest. Big inhale. Reach for the arms on top. And as you exhale from your hips, bend it to the front. Okay, and then grab, if you can, the outer edges of your feet. If you can even go deeper, you may use your yoga blocks like this to extend your legs and give it a nice little push for more stretch in your hamstrings. If that feels super awkward right now, what I'm saying, just place your hands next to you. Doesn't really matter if you can touch your toes in yoga, right? But I guarantee you, your hamstrings are a bit longer now after the practice. Okay, wherever you are, let's find to the real essence of the yoga practice, which would be the breath. This will always bring us back into the present moment. This is what we're striving for. And this is what will give you that extra effect in your stretches, becoming more flexible. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale back to length. Exhale to let go of any tension sitting on top of your shoulders and the back of your neck. Good. And slowly lift your chest, and with a long spine, try to find your way back up. Good work. Shake off your legs. We're going to find our way down into the mat once again. If you have that strap, use it. It's so worth it. Otherwise, just do it without the block. Okay? Roll your shoulders back just like in the beginning. We're going to meet down there. Bringing the knees close to the chest first of all, and then begin to circle your legs once again, just like in the beginning. See how it feels now in your hips, maybe slightly different. And then we're gonna stretch out through the right leg in the front. If that if that doesn't feel good for your lower back, then you can just place your right foot closer to you, all right? Otherwise, you can stretch it all out. So we're coming into half happy baby first. From the inside, I want you to grab the outer edge of your left foot and pull the sole of the foot up, or the outer edge of your foot down, okay? You can use the strap as a support. You can place your right hand onto your hip to ground yourself through the right butt cheek. If it's too much, then just bring the foot more in. 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Okay, from here, we're going to find our way back to center, stretching the leg to the top now. If you have that strap, loop it up and bring it onto the left ball of the foot actually, so that you can pull the sides of the strap closer to you. Which will give you a way better stretch. Big inhale. And exhale. Otherwise, just like in the beginning, grab the backside of your calf or your back thigh, see and feel the difference. Use the breath, inhale. And exhale. There you go. All right, let's change sides. Shake that leg off, drop it down, and in front of you. Should be feeling a bit longer now than the other side. For me, it does. Okay, so let's grab the outer edge of the right foot now, coming into half happy baby on the other side. So either you keep that left leg nice and long, or you just place it in front of you, your choice. Big inhale here. Exhale to pull the outer edge of your right foot more down, opening that hip. Good, and whenever you're ready, stretch it out, bring that leg to center. Stay here or use the strap. Once again, push the ball of your foot more up. Use the long end of the strap to pull it more in, and then adjust your hips another time. So make sure your butt cheeks stay in one line. Big inhale. And exhale to gently pull it closer. Inhale. And exhale. Enjoy. Very, very nice. Okay, you can release the loop or the hands and then just drop that right leg next to the left to end up with your final relaxation, Shavasana. Just letting everything you just experienced, your body has been through, sink through, becoming part of you now. If there's anything missing, maybe pulling the knees once again into the chest, then please go ahead. Otherwise, just close your eyes, drop the chin slightly towards the chest, neck nice and long, shoulders back and down. Feel the breath flowing in and out through your nostrils for a moment of relaxation and recovery. A moment of happy hamstrings, Shavasana. And you can stay here as long as you like. Otherwise, begin now to deepen your breath. Feel how the backside of your body, the weight of your body has been pulled back into the mat. And then gently with your fingers, toes, circle your wrists and your ankles. Stretch out through the arms overhead, interlace your fingers, push your heels away from you. Big inhale here to lengthen. And exhale to sigh it out, to yawn or whatever you need to release. And then step your feet in. Roll onto the side of your body. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, find your way into an upright seated position. Drop your shoulders, lift the crown of your head. Slightly lift the corners of your mouth. Synchronizing with the happiness of your hamstrings. Lift your arms all the way overhead. Big inhale. Hands together, exhale, and in front of your chest. Bow down, namaste. Thank you so much for today's practice. I hope you feel well. Please do not hesitate to drop me your comments below because I'm always so happy to know about you. Okay, otherwise do not forget to subscribe the channel so that I meet you here on the mat very, very soon again. For now, have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening. Namaste.